what are people going to do when they're stressed? Well, hopefully they go meditate and go to the park, but they're probably going to have extra alcohol too. And so we don't want people to make themselves sick. We don't want hangovers. We don't want gut damage. We don't want increased issues with blood sugar. We don't want increased issues with gut permeability. We don't want candida overgrowth. We don't want all those things to happen. We don't want adrenal stress and sleep issues that then affect energy and motivation and productivity. So, alcohol can affect all of the body systems because of the impact on potentially blood sugar and adrenals and gut and all of it. And so I think there is a way to do it smartly, which is what we're going to dive into today.
100%. So everyone talks about alcohol being a toxin, right? Well, alcohol essentially is ethyl alcohol, and your liver has to metabolize that and break it down. So the metabolism goes like this: alcohol, ethyl alcohol, methyl alcohol, that's like a toxin, right? Ethyl alcohol is the alcohol that we consume. That gets converted into acetaldehyde. And this enzyme here, right? This whole enzyme, it goes alcohol to acetaldehyde. And this is what alcohol dehydrogenase 2 right here, from alcohol to acetaldehyde. And then acetaldehyde gets converted to acetic acid, which is basically apple cider vinegar. Okay. Now, acetaldehyde is the same compound that fungus or candida actually produces. And that's why candida can actually make you feel a little bit drunk. Really, the big stressor, the big hangover stressor is this acetaldehyde. Usually the body's pretty efficient at taking alcohol and clearing it to acetaldehyde. It's the acetaldehyde process that really has to go from acetaldehyde to the acetic acid right here. And we talked about this earlier. I think it was Asian descent, right? Asian descent has a they're really efficient at taking alcohol and going to acetaldehyde, but they have a hard time of going acetaldehyde to acetic acid. So this acetaldehyde increases. And this acetaldehyde has a, let's say, histamine-like effect. So high amounts of acetaldehyde can really increase that flushing kind of feeling. And so a lot of people use the medication called Pepcid AC, which is an H2 blocker. H2 blockers are an antihistamine. And what that does is antihistamines take the alcohol to acetaldehyde conversion. They slow it down. So Asians, they're so fast at it, they increase their acetaldehyde like this. Acetaldehyde goes up. And so what they're doing is they're taking a H2 blocker to slow down the alcohol to acetaldehyde conversion. Again, it may help with the facial flushing and the histamine, but not good on the liver because it's creating more of the alcohol is basically surrounding that liver. So your liver has to deal with the alcohol longer. It's like you're clogging up the coffee filter and it's taking way longer to filter that out.
Yep, you're saying acetaldehyde. I think how you pronounce it is acetaldehyde.
Acetal alcohol. Yeah, I've always pronounced it acetaldehyde. I think
Okay.
someone where I learned about it 10 years ago, they said it that way. I've heard it both ways, but yeah, acetal alcohol, acetaldehyde, ACETYLALDEHYDE, something like that. So that's going to be how it's spelled.
Yeah, it's a big word.